Hi, I'm Steve Higgins, a lawyer here in Tampa, Hillsborough County, to talk to you a little bit about speeding tickets. Speeding tickets, everybody gets one. My brother-in-law often says that they're like haircuts. If you get a haircut, you're going to get a speeding ticket and vice versa. They just seem to happen to everybody. The thing about speeding tickets that we here at Feinblum and Hanel always look for is the best way to beat it. How are we going to get the ticket dismissed, or at the very least, how are we going to keep the points off of your license? There's a couple of different locations that tickets are heard on for purposes of a court hearing. There's a location over on Florida Avenue, 9309 North Florida Avenue, where there's a hearing officer there where a lot of tickets are scheduled. There's also two locations downtown Tampa, right in the main courthouse. The courtrooms in downtown Tampa are separated by your name. The first portion of the alphabet is set in one courtroom, and the second portion of the alphabet is set in the other courtroom. If you've received a speeding ticket, I strongly advise that you give our offices a call. There's a couple of things that we always like to look at with respect to your ticket to determine whether or not we can beat it, or if we can keep the points off of your license and keep you from being convicted of the offense so that you don't have any ramifications with respect to possible insurance issues. The first couple of things that we look at with respect to a speeding ticket is, where did you get the ticket? Who gave you the ticket, in terms of whether or not it was a Hillsborough County deputy, or whether or not it was a TPD officer or someone over at USF or over in Temple Terrace. We're always trying to determine who the officer was that wrote the ticket and whether or not that officer or deputy performed all of their functions properly with respect to writing you the citation. Are the proper documentations provided in court, to the extent that the officer needs to provide calibration materials with respect to the radar or the laser gun that he used? We also need to determine whether or not the officer is even in court to provide the testimony to prove that you are in fact guilty of the offense. All of these types of issues can be done through our firm. There's no requirement that you go to court, which is obviously a benefit to you, whether or not you live here in Hillsborough County, in the state of Florida, or anywhere throughout the country. We're here to provide the services to you to provide the best defense possible. One of the issues that we're seeing most recently is a lot of tickets being written for in excess of 30 miles an hour with the speed limit. For example, a lot of people are driving on 75 southbound or northbound on the east side of Hillsborough County, and they're being issued a citation for, let's say, 100 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone. When the officer provides that citation to somebody, that citation requires a mandatory court appearance. It's not the type of situation that the individual can elect traffic school, and you can't simply pay the ticket. You have to go to court. The benefit of contacting us with respect to that ticket is that we go to court for you. We have the opportunity to speak to the officer, see whether or not the officer has done everything properly with the citation, whether or not we have the opportunity to get that citation amended to a lesser speed, or potentially get it into a situation where you don't get points on your license or a license suspension. Give us a call at 813-649-8690. Again, my name is Steve Higgins, and we're here to help.